For the CME, this is Chris Robinson with your comment here today, Tuesday. What are we looking at? Well, we'll start with the grains. We got planting progress yesterday, 19%. The average is around 28. 19 was a little bit lower than even the lower estimate. However, if you look at the a lot of the states like Illinois, 30% done. We are looking at the weather forecast, which is going to impact, I would say, we're looking at the new crop futures there for December corn. Obviously, that's the new crop. That's supportive for now. I would caution anybody that gets too bulled up by delayed planting. It is an opportunity to catch a bounce, absolutely. Is it a good, short-term to mid-term type of trade? Yeah. However, it can turn awfully fast. Once these planters start rolling, we can get the crop planted, in a relatively short period of time. Look back to 2012, we planted the crop very early, and then we had a crop loss due to the drought. Last year, we didn't get the crop planted until the end of June, and we had the second biggest crop ever. So I'd be cautious when people start talking about yield decline and so on and so forth here when it's just the end of April. That's number one. Number two, Wednesday is first notice day for May, so wouldn't really want to be trading May contracts anymore in the grains. You don't want to catch delivery there. Plenty of action going on in July. That's really where the most of the volume is going to be anyhow. The spread I'm looking at, again, I've talked about this before, the July NOV spread. If you look at a chart, 77 was the high, 35 is the low. I would watch that 55 level as a pivot. Now, I can't sit here and tell you whether or not to get long or get short. That's your decision. However, that's sort of a pivot. Bullish or bearish, once you've got the position on, you've got to manage it. When you're trading those spreads, it doesn't matter if you could be right in the long run and you're still going to take heat. So you have to have a plan for what you're going to do when you take heat on those spreads. But there are trading opportunities. I'd watch that spread. It's pretty liquid. It can be liquidity can dry up rather quickly if you've got it on the wrong way, though. But that's a big spread to watch. It allows you to play the old crop, new crop spread, which a lot of the fund money is trading. Then finally, continue to watch the money flow. The funds are long grains. They've made the decision they want to be long grains as an asset class. There's been talk, some of the banks, Barclays Bank left, but the guys that are left, the players that are left, they are long grains. That's something you can't be trading grains and not realize that. So I wouldn't spend a whole lot of my time trying to pound my head against fighting those guys unless your pockets are very deep. Instead, I would use it as a piece of information, to hopefully help you make money. The funds are long. They're going to defend their position. You've seen every time we had a break in beans, either the funds have stepped in and bought it or the Chinese have bought it. That's really interesting. We talked the last time about the Chinese had about 17 or 18 cargoes that they were trying to resell, either send them up to the Mississippi or get them off their hands. Ironically, it looks like the Chinese might have been playing chess while we were playing checkers, because on this last break, apparently some of the crushers in China actually took a look and are looking at buying the futures, at least, not so much the physical grain, but they're buying the futures as an effort to take advantage of prices, because at the end of the day, the Chinese have got 1 billion people to feed, and that's not going to change anytime soon. So it's interesting how this stuff can work. You saw what fundamentally probably was a bearish tone. The soybeans broke a little bit and it came back strong. So watch those things. Watch the weather. Watch planting progress. We've got May delivery. May first notice days coming up tomorrow. I would not be trading May if I could help it. And then watch the funds and watch that July no spread. So hopefully you can make some dough. For the CME, this is Chris Robinson.